Good day, folks. Here we are, Northern Grower Life, and here's the outdoor garden today. Everything is coming up nice. Look at them chives go. Just starting to flower. That plant right there next to them is what they call sea holly. Has a really funky looking blue-gray kind of flower to it. When it's done, got a whole bunch of baby chamomile popping up and some dill. That's oregano there. And you see the little broadleaf seedlings coming up there. That is all healed, which is a wild medicinal plant. This big bushy thing here is, as far as I know, it's Roman chamomile. We got two bunching onions that survived from last year, and they're exactly what is needed. Cross pollination to get some new seed for more. So hopefully they both survive. In behind there, that bushy stuff on the carpet is winter savory. And then over here, I got some more of the Roman chamomile just transplanted in there, as well as the old style German chamomile is the annual version, which is also the more medicinal version. And of course, there's a whole crap of chickweed back in there. And then here's the Lovar. Look at that puppy, way up. She's quite a plant. Good to zone 2. Perennial. Comes back every year. Just starting to get infested with some aphids. I'm gonna have to crack out the soap spray because they go to the tops and they'll attack all the tops. But here comes. If you look down in there, you can see the flower spike is starting to form. Come up. As long as I keep the aphids off of it, it'll grow. They get up to 8 to 12 feet tall, so it could easily get up to the roof line. Yeah, and then they sell seed like crazy, so. And then over here is our normal vegetable garden. We got kale here, 2 different kinds. Over there is a wild green that I started this year called miner's lettuce. Claytonia, it's called. And then, of course, we got all kinds of good stuff over here. Little rose coming in. We got cauliflower, broccoli, beets. Over here, beets. Over there, rutabagas, turnips, and big red. It's supposed to be a really big mustard plant. Anyway, and then here's the opportunity dill and chamomile coming up. This one here is a walking onion. Only one of them survived, but they put out bulb jewels at the top instead of flowers. And those bulb jewels fall over and reroot, and that's why they call it walking onion. And here's our lettuce bed. She's just starting to grow pretty good. This is all Swiss chard on the end here. I gotta thin it out a little bit. This is mixed greens. Muesli mix, they call it. And then we got Butter Crunch and Grand Rapids, which are really good growers. And then this bed's going to be a mix just like the other one. There's random shit popping up, plus I'll be planting some sunflowers. This whole bed here on the front of the greenhouse is going to be poppies when they finally start popping up. And this little bed here underneath the porch, I told Steve it's all his. So he went and bought some plants and planted in there. It's all set. But this is the greenhouse, guys, if you haven't had a chance to see it. Me and my son built it last year. And there's the tomatoes. We got a full row of tomatoes across the back. And a full row of pepper plants across the front. I just planted them, so they're gonna be a while. And then over here we got the prime spot for the good guys. And there's the got 6 of them planted. 2 of them will be going at some point as soon as we figure out who's female and who's male. And hopefully, with any luck, they get growing soon before they start to flower. They are an early flowering variety, so it's kind of a trick, apparently, to get them to grow a bit before they start to flower, kind of like autos. Oh. And that's it for the greenhouse. And over here, this little bed, we got little forage plants, which is a herb that I grow that the bees love. And of course, many pansies, or violas, they're called. Johnny jump ups, gotta love them. We got peas planted across the back that I'm gonna be putting some netting up the porch for. And then this obelisk thing here in the front, we planted snow peas all the way around that. I'll be putting some trellising on that as well to fill in the gaps between the bars. That's a baby viola there as well. Some more dill. And I think that's wild lettuce, but I'm not sure yet. I got a jalapeno and a banana pepper going. That is orange mint. And of course a rosemary that is struggling to get going. All my seedlings are still coming along. Some of them are past due to be planted. Others are still waiting to be a little bigger. All this lettuce is just extras that I use to fill in spots here and there. That's the leftover peppers and tomatoes in case any one of them, gets eaten or decides it's not going to survive. I have a couple of spares to fill in. The marigolds down there on the end, they just go everywhere. I plant them everywhere. And that's a couple autos there. And they're stunted already. They're starting to flower. I think that's going to be a male. And I'm hoping with any luck that one's going to be female or vice versa, just so I can get some seeds from it, because this is an inbred line called Anvil. Here's my spare tomatoes that I'll probably never get to, and that's all basil. Different types of basil. Gotta get that transplanted soon. They're gonna die out. And then we're down to the last of what's on the bench here. We got perennial echinacea and hollyhocks coming. These are miniature sunflowers that had a huge head on them. They were like 2 feet tall with a 1 foot freaking head on them. They were cool, so I snagged some seeds last year. And they're started. Hopefully they'll grow and end up being like their moms. Here's all the squash and cantaloupe, watermelon, started and ready to go. They're going to have to be put in the ground real soon. This is leftover claytonia. And I got some extra flowers and herbs and stuff started in pots up here. Same with these ones. And this is leftover lobelia from the front garden. I'm going to be planting in a pot up on the porch, I think. They like low sun to to full shade. So I gotta put it in a spot that's covered. And here's our front garden. Grows down the side. I got a mixture of frickin' everything growing in here. There's anise hyssop. We got columbines, plantain, that's fireweed coming up there, clover, lots of chamomile. We got a whole bunch of the melon that I planted last year popping up, so they'll be putting out seed spikes next year. The red and green is the what they call it, red leaf sorrel or blood veined sorrel. There's lemon balm growing there, which is lovely stuff. Lots of melon. This thing is a philodendron or something. I can't remember the name of it now, but it comes back every year. It's very pretty. And of course, we got more chamomile up and down the driveway like crazy, which is fine. I don't mind it growing in the cracks. And then we got irises and poppies and extra sea holly. And there's our front porch with our pots. The wife loves the whirly birds. And of course we got gotta show you guys. I planted her a bleeding heart last year. She came up nice this year. She really likes that one. That one's her favorite. So I made sure I'm going stylish. Look at all the columbines coming. It's kind of cool. Same over here. Columbines. Love those flowers. They're kind of like little creatures from space. And of course, out there is going to be our pots are going to have. I got zucchinis planted, which are a really bushy curbit. They stay stocky. And then over on the side of the sidewalk there, we're going to put in a little strip of landscape cloth. And I'm going to grow all those squash plants out of that little strip of lawn and right up the side of the driveway. And that's how I grow them pretty much every year. Doesn't take up a lot of space in an area where they'd be in the way, and they're able to do their thing without hindering anything else. So anyhow, that's the update on this garden so far this year, 2026. I'll give you another update in another week or so. Everything will be looking pretty good by then. Anyhow, have a good day, folks. If you like this content, and like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, give me a ringy ding or a quick email or a message, comment, anything. I'll do my best to get back to you and give you the answer you're needing. Have a good day and peace.